How's it going, everybody? We are already at day 14 of my tea break. Not smoking weed or eating weed or, well, I can't say not thinking about weed, but if you're new here, I'd like to welcome you, and if you're returning, I would like to once again thank you for being here. I can't believe we are already at the 2-week mark. It's been quite an interesting ride. I will say it's not been as bad as my last tea break that I took back in April and May, which lasted about 2 months, about 40 days. This one I'm planning for a month at minimum. Yeah, let me recap a little bit to let you know how everything has been going, I guess. Because it's been kind of one of those things where every day is kind of pretty much the same, other than, a few little things here and there. And yeah, so the last tea break I took, I got pretty depressed, and I've been holding my breath, hoping that that wouldn't happen this time around. And fortunately, it hasn't come about. I won't say yet. I'm hoping it just, stays away for a while. I've been pretty much occupied with trying to pour myself into projects, and I finally finished up and wrapped up completely a project I've been working on for probably about 2 years now. And that is that I've been working on an album, a musical album, and the majority of it's pretty much been done, with the exception of a few things here and there. Primarily because I am doing everything myself, from the actual songwriting and instrumentation to the recording process, mixing and mastering. So it's been kind of a tedious process that I've been just battling myself with, and I've had to put it on the shelf quite a few times. But I'm finally done with it. I completed the artwork, which I've already had the concept for in my head. I just needed to do it. I finished up the masters, and I submitted it to the distribution after I filed my copyrights. And that's going to be coming out on the 10th of October, so I have that to look forward to, and I'm pretty excited about that. And now it's more or less like, what do I do now? And I'm thinking I might just continue on doing what I'm doing in regards to getting this music out there to people. And I've been making handmade CDs with like a paper jacket and handwritten stuff on the back, and giving them to people who we're not friends, but we see each other and talk, and there's the chance that I might not see them on a regular basis, or it might be 2 or 3 months, or maybe a couple years. Like those types of people, I've been kind of making sure I can get one of them CDs in their hands, because I don't know when I'll see them again. Whereas like my homies, I'll see them once a week maybe, and I'm not so concerned about getting something to them. But yeah, that's one little project I'm considering doing. And other than that, I'm primarily looking for a job at this point. I'm still working my seasonal job, but now I really need to hit the pavement and start getting my applications into certain places, which has been the primary reason for doing this tea break anyways. But yeah, we're here already. I gotta start putting the old tire to the road and get it going. I can't believe we're already here already, but that's life, right? I'm gonna hang on for a moment for a lot longer than it lasts. But yeah, so that's been pretty much, the last 2 weeks. I won't say it's been without its challenges. There's been quite a few times where it would have been pretty nice to smoke weed, and I've had quite a few crazy dreams, and in more instances than I can count, I've had these dreams where I smoke weed and I wake up thinking that I completely ruined my tea break. And fortunately, those things only turned out to be a dream. But yeah. So once I get home, I'll do my accountability check, where I'll put my jar of weed on the scale. It should read 196 grams, give or take maybe a gram for margin of error, but it's been pretty consistent for me the last couple times I've used it for my cat's food. And I will also do a multitude of urine tests. Last week I took 2 tests, and the line was very faint, so technically that would be a pass. I would if it was the same test that it would be used for like court or for a job test, that would technically be a pass. I would have passed the test. But I'm pretty confident that I'll be passing these tests, but I'm more or less curious to see how faint that line is compared to last week. Last week you could see it, but looking back on the video after I published it, it was really faint. It was more faint on the video than it was in real life, but still, nonetheless, it was barely present. And I'm looking forward to seeing if that's going to be more of a solid line or not. So yeah, once I get home, I'll do all that. And I do want to say that I have been inviting people to submit a question for the Q&A. I have decided to just make that a separate video. So if you're interested in the Q&A, please visit my channel and you'll see it. You'll see it listed. I don't want this video to be an hour long. And I feel like people that have been watching my videos in the past, I feel like they're not being shown this series for, certain reasons related to weed being a, technically it's still a federally illegal substance. So I feel like certain things are not getting, shown to the majority of my subscribers. So I am going to make that a separate video. I do want to thank the people that have asked me a question. I promise you I get to those in my Q&A video. So with that, I'm going to sign off here, and well, not for the whole video, but for this parking lot update here. And once I get home, I'll do the things that I told you I'm going to do, and well, we'll see you together, right? Alright, I'll see you here in a couple seconds. Alright, well, here is my jar. It's my little nugget in there. Alright, let's go see what this weighs on the scale. It should be 196. Alright, let's turn this bad boy on here. And let's see, 196. Alright. As I said, there should be, 1 gram of margin of error, but there we go, 196. We'll do it one more time just to be on the safe side here, in case y'all don't believe me. Alright. think it's safe to say that, once again, I have not touched this jar. The most I've done is hardly look at it. Alright, so I'm going to be doing 4 tests today simultaneously. I'm doing 4 at once because, like I said, I'm not sure how accurate these are. So, you know, if all 4 of them say the same thing, then there's a chance that it's pretty accurate in its result. But once again, you know, these tests might not be very accurate. So even if they do say the same thing, you know, the actual result itself might not actually be that accurate. But yeah, let me go and here's my collection. What you do is you take these caps off and dip them into urine. So kind of nasty, but that's what we got. So let's I'm going to do that now, and we wait 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes we'll have our results. So I guess I'll see you here in a couple minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, and let's reveal the test here. Well, you can definitely see the line this time. Although I have to say, it's not as dark as the control. I thought it would be maybe about as dark as the control this time around, but I don't know if it's ever as dark as the control. So I guess we are, you know, we pass, which I already knew, but just for the sake of science, it needed to be done. Alright, so with that, I guess I'll sign off here, and I'll see you tomorrow, because we're going to keep doing this, so take care.